People smuggled this car across the ocean, risking prison and their money. And when authorities found it, they just crushed it with a press. Nissan Skyline GT-R, R34. An ordinary-looking Japanese car that somehow became the most desired banned car in the world. The ban only fueled the hype around it. 1999, Nissan releases a new generation of Skyline GT-R with the R34 index. Externally, nothing unusual. The car looks like a simple compact sedan. The Japanese didn't really bother with the design, but as soon as you looked under the hood, the whole essence of the car was revealed. RB26DETT engine. 6 cylinders in a row, 2 turbos, 2.6 liters. The documents modestly state 280 horsepower, but that's just a number on paper. In fact, there were 330 horses, and in some versions, all 350. The real madness is that this engine could be upgraded to 800 horsepower without opening the block. Change the turbos, injectors, tune it, and you get a race car. The engine digested everything. People pulled 1,000 horsepower from it, and it kept running. Nissan engineers clearly built in a huge safety margin, although no one officially talked about it. Full Atessa all-wheel drive, which engages on demand. Usually the car drives in rear-wheel drive, but as soon as the rear wheels start to slip, the front engages in fractions of a second. Plus the HICA system, rear-wheel steering. At high speed, they turn in the same direction as the front, making the car stable. At low speed, it's the opposite, reducing the turning radius. This was in a production car from 1999. On the track, the GT-R humiliated everyone. Porsche, Ferrari, everyone lost to the Nissan. And they lost to a car that cost 3 times less. 2001. Too Fast, Too Furious comes out. Paul Walker gets behind the wheel of a blue Skyline GT-R R34 with neon lighting. A few minutes of screen time created an atomic bomb effect. Millions of guys around the world fell in love with this car. Forums exploded with discussions. Prices crept up everywhere the R34 was sold legally. But it wasn't in the US. And it couldn't be. American regulators refused to certify the car. The official reason? It didn't pass crash tests according to local standards. Right-hand drive also played against it, plus environmental standards. In essence, the Skyline was an absolutely safe car and was sold in dozens of countries without problems. But American bureaucracy works by its own rules. Demand in the US was gigantic, especially after Fast and Furious. Cars began to be imported illegally. The schemes were different. They forged VIN numbers, registered them as show cars, disassembled them into parts, and assembled them on site. Black market prices reached $80,000 to $100,000 for a car that cost $40,000 in Japan. US Customs conducted a real hunt. They found them through ads, tracked them through insurance companies, got tips from neighbors. When they caught a car, they confiscated it. The owner was given 2 options: export it at their own expense or hand it over to the state for destruction. Most couldn't afford to ship it back. The cars were sent to the junkyard and crushed. The loudest story happened in 2006. Customs busted an entire network of illegal imports of Japanese sports cars. They seized more than 20 cars, including several R34s. The organizer was sent to prison for 2 years. And do you think this stopped the guys who wanted this car? It didn't stop anyone, because the ban worked as advertising. The harder the authorities pressed, the more people wanted this car. If something is forbidden, it means it's special. Owners of illegal Skylines bragged on forums, posted photos, told how they beat the system. Each such story attracted new people wanting one. By 2010, the R34 had turned into a symbol. Black market prices reached absurdity. $150,000 for a good version. For rare configurations like the V-Spec 2NR, they asked $200,000 and above. And then what everyone was waiting for happened. In the US, there's a 25-year rule. If a car is 25 years old from the moment of production, it can be imported without certification. The first R34s were released in 1999. Add 25 years, we get 2024. That means right now the Skyline GT RR34 can be legally imported to America. The market exploded. What cost $100,000 a year ago is now selling for $200,000 to $250,000. Rare versions exceed $500,000. Dealers are buying cars in bulk. Collectors are treating them as investments. Fans are taking out loans. But here's the irony. Now that the R34 has become legal, it has ceased to be affordable. Most of those who dreamed about it for 20 years simply can't afford it. And many cars are no longer in that condition. Over the years of illegal existence, they were resold, tuned, driven mercilessly. Finding an original example is like winning the lottery. Other banned cars like the TVR Tuscan or Lotus Elise were also cool, but none caused such hype. The R34 hit the perfect storm. Cool technology, success on the tracks, fast and furious, a ban in the world's largest car market, and of course, tuning culture. Everything came together at one point. Plus, the car is really driver-focused. Turbo lag, then a sharp surge of power, all-wheel drive grips the asphalt, rear-wheel steering. It's insane emotions. Now, the GT-RR 34 can be legally bought in the US, but has it become more affordable? No. And it's frustrating to the point of madness.